Hello everyone, Amud here from the Target Common YouTube channel, and I am here with another Selenium topic. So in this video I am going to explain one interview question which was asked to a candidate in an interview, and he asked me the solution for that. So the question was very simple, like he interviewer asked him to write the simple code to handle a calendar, and he got this website Repo and he was asked to select the departure date. Okay, so the thing what he said, that he wrote the code and he was able to select the date properly, but also he was rejected in the interview. So I asked him, like, okay, you just write me the exact code whatever you have written there and show me. And after seeing that code, I realized that he had written only what was asked for. Okay, he never handled the scenarios, like what is the meaning of when you write the code, right? When developing something, right? So they generally handle all the edge cases, all the different scenarios, and whatever might have some different behavior, because we testers generally try to do some monkey kind of testing, and we pass some unexpected value or an unexpected input and all, right, to just test how the system is behaving. So when you are writing the script for your application, right, so in that also you need to handle other scenarios also. There's no need to handle all the things, but at least the A scenarios, and like suppose if something they are passing some proper data they are passing or not, or something like that. So in this example, if you see this depart date and if you click on it, right, so this is simply opening a simple calendar. Okay, and he was written some logic and he was clicking on the next button and selecting the value. Okay, but whatever happened, like if you see here, so today's date is 11th of November 2021, and if you click on this departure date, by default it is showing the 13 as highlighted, means the current date. Okay, and if you go here, click on next, keep clicking on it, and you can see this particular website is uh, allowing to book the ticket in advance, maximum for a year. Okay, 14th of November 2020 you cannot 2022 you cannot book, right? This is the edge case, right? This is the requirement, right? So suppose someone is passing the date which is like more than 1 year, so obviously your code will go and it will click and it will not able to select, right? Or suppose he was also not written any logic to check whether date is valid or not. If suppose date is past date, so those validation he has not done, and he has also not created or written the logic in such a way so that it can be used for like reusability thing or reusable kind of thing. Okay, so those were the mistake he has done. So whenever you are writing the code in real time or you are giving an interview, so you should handle this kind of scenarios. And even if you are writing any program on string or arrays, so in the interview they are generally watching how many edge cases and how many scenarios you are handling. Okay, like suppose they have given an array to sort it out, but that array is zero length, you are not checking that one, right? Those are the free, like those are like basic things which you need to check first before jumping to the actual logic, right? So in this video I am going to explain the same thing, like what are the things you should keep in mind while uh, writing the code for this type of wave elements. Okay, so I am going to use the same website, and before writing the code I need to understand the element actually. Okay, so what is the first thing? When you click on depart date, always the current date will be highlighted, right? If you have not navigated anywhere. Okay, if I refresh it and let me click on depart date, you will see that the today's date will be highlighted. Okay, and you can book the ticket for maximum for 1 year. Okay, second thing, Okay, so here you have only one option to navigate to any means desired. Suppose if you want to book a ticket on 22nd of April, right, next year 2022, then you have only one option. You need to go via this next button, okay, which is next month, right? You need to go by that only. There's no other way like you can directly select the year and month, right? That option is not there. Okay, so these things we need to keep in mind. Okay, and this only will help you to decide the logic, which logic you should write. Okay, perfect. So we are going to do the same thing, and I have already created one Selenium project in advance. And if you see the pom.xml, I have added some dependencies like Selenium, which is obviously I require, and then WebDriver manager. Just I don't want to download any extra executable browser executable files, and TestNG to use the test methods. That's all. So let me go and let me create a package under src main java. The package name I will give com dot I will give mac dot mixinvg my blog, and handling elements. Okay, finish. Okay, and in this I'll create a new class, and the name of the class I will give, what is the side name, Tripodil calendar handling. Okay, meaningful name. And let me minimize this one, and let me increase the font size. Okay, now let me use the add test annotation from TestNG. Okay, public void, and I will use the same name. Okay, so I will not directly start writing the WebDriver code to launch the browser and then load the URL and all. First thing what I will do, I will go and check whatever date I need to select. Okay, that is valid date or not. Okay, so in this program I am going to explain you the other some different concepts as well, which generally required in daily script writing. Okay, so what is my first step? Validate if date is valid. Which date? Whatever I want to select. Verify if expect provided depart date is valid. Okay, so what are the condition we need to check? It should not be a past date, right? Second, it should not exceed, or should not it should not exceed a year. Okay, from current date. Correct, that we already saw in the UI on the browser on the what color website, right? And you can have so other different checks, like if the month name is proper, something like you can add. Okay, but yeah, these things are these logic in interview they will check for it for sure. Okay, now the question comes like how you will check whether date is proper or not. We know the conditions, we know like which is valid date and which is an invalid date. Now I want to write the logic for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me create, if you see here, first I need to pass the month, then the year, month and date, right? So same way I will use string private string, I will day to be selected. Okay, I'm not giving any value as of now. I will create 3 variables here. Okay, just to store what I am going to select, month, and then we have year, right? So let me put something 20 and April. So it is full month, right? Full month April, and then 2022. Okay, perfect. I have given, like, I want to select 20 April 2022. Now the things come and check whether it is a valid date or not. So before, so first thing, it should not be a past date. Okay, for that what we need to do, we need to get the current date. Okay, current date, and we know that there are so many zones, so we need to get the zone in which this website is open, right? So what I can do, I can use the Java 8 local date concept here. Okay, so local date. Okay, current date. Okay, and we have method local date dot now, and you can pass the zone here, which zone I want, right? So I use zone ID. If you are not aware of this, so please note down this, because this is again the important concept. System default, so automatically whatever it will take the systems in, because I'm in Indian time zone, so it will take the Indian time. Okay, so this method local date dot now will give you the current date. Okay, and if you want to print it, you can even print it also, current date. Okay, so let me quickly run it for you, and so that you can see. Always launch without asking and proceed. Okay, we have some compilation error. So what is the compilation error here? Remove the private because it is a local variable. Okay, so now we can run it. So local variable only can be final. Okay, so it's passed, and we can see it giving me the current date. Okay, 13th of 11. Now you can see it 13th of 11. Okay, now let you put the proper log also, current date. Okay, now what I want to check, whatever date to be selected is passed, right? That is valid or not. Okay, so before that I need to format it. Actually I need to format in the same way in local date it is printing. If you see the local date, it is giving you in year means YYYY, then then DD format, right? 11 is the month, and then it DD 13 is the date. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to just format it first. Means why I am passing 20th April 2022. So you can say that, okay, if I want a date like instead of November, I can pass 11, right? That is correct. But if you see your application, so here you are passing like month name, that is full month name. So I want to convert that, because I will not ask user, okay, if you want to pass January, then put 1. If you want August, then put pass 8. So whatever they can see on UI, they should pass that only, right? So that's why I've used the 20th April 2022, but the system date I am getting in month, I am getting in numeric. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to format it. Okay, so for formatter we have date time formatter. Again, it is coming from your Java 8 itself. Okay, then off pattern. Okay, Okay, what I'm going to do here, I will write dd, okay, mm, then yyyy. Okay, so you'll see that what is this format actually. Okay, if you see 4m, right, capital M, this means it will take the full month name, and it will give you the formatter like date time formatter. Let me use. Okay, so what I simply did, I created a format, so you must have used this. So here I do local date. Okay, we have a method called parse. Okay, and okay, so before that let me create a date out of it, complete date. Okay, so what I'll do, string complete date to be selected. Okay, what is the meaning of this? I want to have this like 20th April 2022, like that. Okay, so for that what I can do, I can use a string, then we have one join method. Okay, we have join method where we can pass the delimiter. So I'll pass like it should have the hyphen, then we can pass day to be selected. Okay, then it should be month to be selected. Okay, then year to be selected. Okay, let me print for you. Okay, what I'll give, date departure date to be selected. Okay, so what I did, simply whatever date I want to select, I joined all three variables using the hyphen. We have a method called join, and it will join all three variables using the hyphen. So let me run it for you quickly. Okay, so here if you, oh, error, where's the error? Okay, here, let me comment this one, let me rerun again. Okay, so it must be new concept like departure date to be selected 20th April 2022, correct? And what is the current system date? Current system date is this one, right, 13th of November 2021. Okay, perfect, we have done two things. Okay, now we need to parse, right? So we have a method called parse. Okay, in this method what I'll do, this one, complete date to be selected. Okay, okay, and I want to pass this particular date in this formatter. Okay, and local date formatted depart date. Okay, so what I did here, you'll understand. So whatever date I'm getting here, like whatever date is user passing, like I want to select 20th April 2022, I am going to pass this particular date in this format. Okay, I'm going to pass in this format. Okay, now okay, let me print this one also for you. So formatted date. Okay, formatted depart date, because we need to bring in the same format, then only we can compare it. Okay, so it's run, and you can see, can you see in the same format here what date I want to select? 20th April 2022, right? That is user is passing. We are not restricting user. No, you need to pass in numeric format only, right? Then I get the current date. Okay, then I'm using this one, a formatted date, right? So this date I convert it into this format, and so that I can compare with the current date, because I need to bring in same format, then only I can compare. We cannot compare like month is coming first or year is coming second, so we cannot compare like that one. We have to bring both the dates in same format. Okay, so now we'll start comparing. Alright guys, so we have formatted it. Now we have ready-made methods to check whether date is past date or not. Okay, so what I want to do, I will take this one, formatted past date. Okay, and we have a method called each before. Okay, and I will pass current date. But I am checking if whatever date user is passing, if that is before current date, means it is past date. Okay, and I will put inside the if condition. Okay, and I can print like sys out depart date cannot be a past date. Okay, meaningful. Okay, and also suppose if the date is invalid, so we should not continue further, right? So what I can do here, I can have a flag boolean is date valid. Okay, I'll set it at true. Okay, default one. And if it is not a valid date, what I'll do, I will mark as did this particular variable as false. Okay, so we are done to check whether date is not a past date. Now what is second thing, I also need to check whatever date I am using passing, that date should not exceed a year from the current date. Okay, so using this date time, we can easily get the a date after a year. So for that, formatted depart date, right? We have one method called plus years, right? How many years? 1 year. Okay, then it will give you a date. Let it show you also the local date, maximum depart date. Okay, and let print it for you so that you can see like what is the value of max depart date. Okay, just to show you I am printing it. So what I did, whatever current date we have means whatever date they are passing, I will simply add 1 year. Okay, and I need to check whether this particular date should not exceeding 1 year, right, from the current date. Okay, and you can see it is giving you this one, right? 20th April and then 20th 23, right? Okay, so what mistake I have done here, you should have got like from the current date I need to get the 1 year, right? And then I have to check whatever date user is passing, that is not beyond that. Okay, so instead of formatted depart date, what I need to do, local date, current date. Okay, so I will not cut this video while editing, because whatever mistake I have done, so you should also think, okay, we are doing some mistake, so that's why you need to think, right? And you should be able to catch it, okay, where you can make the mistake. Okay, from the current date to calculate the next 1 year date. Okay, okay, then here what I need to do, like we have each before method, similarly we have one method called each after. Okay, so what I will do, formatted date, okay, is after. Okay, means future, maximum 1 year, after 1 year also it is beyond that. Okay, max the depart date. Okay, then I can write sys out depart date cannot be passed 1 year from current. Okay, some thing, right, so that it will give a proper, like, okay, what we are making the mistake, right? And here again what I'll do, I'll put is date valid variable as false. Clear? So it's not a big concept here, just what I did, I just verify like whatever data I am passing, that it should not be past date and it should not exceed from 1 year from the current date. For that I am using the local date. Okay, local date class from the Java 8, and to get the current date we can use the local date dot now, and we need to pass the June ID so that we can get the proper date, right? Because suppose if your application is used in US, so their time will be different, right? So that's why we are getting the proper timing. Okay, and then I am formatting, right? So what pattern I am creating, whatever you are passing, means whatever expected date we are passing, it is in format of 20 April 2022. So same format I created here. Okay, then what I am saying that, okay, now pass this date which is coming in this format to the local date default format. Okay, so that it should match my the same format whatever I am getting by default, right? Okay, then we have method called is before, which can check if the pass date is before the current date of pass date, right? So we can print the proper error message. And for the plus 1 year I simply added one more year to the current date. Okay, then I am checking whatever user is passing, that should not be after the maximum departure date, maximum possible departure date. Okay, so this was the thing interviewers should be looking at. Okay, you are handling the scenarios, you are just not writing only the code which will select the value. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, okay, so none, right? We found that it is a valid date. You can have other conditions also, but yeah, but for this is more than enough. Okay, now what I can do, I will launch the browser, and before that let me set up the WebDriver manager, means set up the Chrome for using the WebDriver manager, and then it will launch browser. Okay, driver.get, let me copy the URL from here. Okay, and what I'll do, I will have some default properties, like I will maximize the window, and I will set some implicit weight, manage dot timeouts dot implicit weight. So it's we have some method change, so yeah, you can, in the Selenium 4 we have duration and all. If you can see this one, this is tagged out because this is not deprecated. If you see, we have a new method. Okay, if you see the implicit weight which is overloaded, implicit weight, it takes the duration, right? So here simply to pass duration, okay, of seconds. Okay, so this is the new method introduced in Selenium 4. Okay, and we are launching the browser. Done, right? What is the next step? I need to click on this one, depart date, right? Then only the calendar will open. Okay, so let me go and open the calendar. Sorry, let me inspect this element. Let me reduce it, let me inspect it. Okay, so we can see here we have trip start date, we have ID also. So let me see, it should be unique. Okay, we have two, that's why I'm not using it, but yeah, we can use the name here. So I remember like someone was saying me that the ID should be unique always, means developers like ID should be unique in the HTML, then only the page will open, something like that. So no, that is not correct. ID can be duplicate. It all depends upon developers how they are giving the ID. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to and use the trip start date. Okay, let me use the input at name. Okay, so one element. So like driver dot find element by dot xpath, sorry, by dot xpath, and then I will give the this one. What I will do, I will directly call the click method on it, so that the what do you call that, calendar should open. Okay. Okay, so once you calendar should open, so you should also verify whether calendar is really opened or not. Okay, it might be a bug, like when you click on the depart date, calendar is not opening. So as a good automation tester, you should also check whether calendar has been launched. Okay, so for that, simply locate this one, and you can check anything here. Picker box, anything you can take it, like table. Okay, it should be, let me check if it is unique. Okay, so this is unique, so I can use this as a ID. Okay, what I'll do, driver dot find element by dot ID. Okay, then I can call the method is displayed. Okay, and for that I will use assert statement, assert true. Okay, what I am expecting, like the calendar thing should be displayed. Okay, just a verification. Which I am clicking on the depart date calendar, and it should show the calendar div, right? So that I am verifying here. Now, so just think. So let me close this one and I rephrase so that I can get this one. Suppose I have some data, right? Means I know like which date I want to select. So first thing, how you approach to select that particular date. What is my date? 20th April 2022. Okay, so first thing what you need to do, or let it be like simply, suppose you want to select your date of birth. First, what is select? Generally you need to select the year, right? Once you select the year, then select the month. Okay, then you select the date. There is one pattern, right? Then only you can select the proper date. You cannot directly select the first date one. You can select there also, there might be some drop downs where you can go and select it. But if you see a mini calendar, so first you select the year, then the month, then the day. Okay, means you are from generic from, so that means you want to you cannot directly jump, correct? So you need to go step by step. Same thing here also. If you want to select some date in November itself, right? So for that, what you need to check? First you need to check whether whatever current year you are seeing here, that is proper on, that is your expected date or not. I want to check for 2022, right? So first I will check this one, this year value. Okay, if this is not the expected one, so obviously as we already verified my date is valid, so I need to click on next, right? So I will fetch this one. Okay, if this year is same, then go for month validation. If this is not the expected year which I want to select, then click on next, till you get the expected year, right? You're getting the break logic also, like when to break, when your year is matching. Okay, and whenever your year is matching, there's no chance that you'll go away from your desired month, right? Because when you're going month by month, so it will come January or February or March, right? It not directly jump to some different month of 2022, so that you need to use the previous button. No, that will never come, right? You have only one next button next month, and you can jump by month. Okay, so first you need to click on next button till your expected year comes. Now what is the month? April. So again we know that I will get this value, and we know that if it's not matching, then click on next. If it is matching, then go for the day. So it's not matching, January is not equal to April, then click on next. February is not equal to April, click on next. March is not equal to April, click on next. April is equal to April, okay, stop. We exited, right? Now which value? Some 20, right? So now you know how to select the value from here. So this is the logic. Okay, so again let me refresh it, and let me inspect this one, year value. So here we have the picker year. Okay, we have two elements, right? So let me use something. I can use this one. I can use this as a parent, like this particular div should contain this one. So I'll use div. When you are not finding the uniquely experts, what you need to do, you need to give some reference. That go to this div where id we have data new root, right? Now we can see it is showing only one of one. It is highlighting 2021 as well. Okay, so let me go and fetch the text. So driver dot find element by dot xpath. So I am not using any page object model and all, just to show you here, but yeah, you should use only. I will, as of now, I will everything hardcode here only, and I will use get text. Okay, because the purpose of this will not showing the page object model and all, just to show you the logics, right? I'll use string current year. Okay, so we got the current year. What I need to do now? Okay, what I need to do, I want to check, means if the current year is not, whether the current year is matching with your expected year to be departure or not. Okay, for that what I need to do, if current year not equal to your year to be selected. Okay, means if the what we're getting with 2021 we are getting, and what I am to select 2022, if it is not matching, okay, so obviously need to go further, right? You need to click on next button, right? Because there is no option that you can go back here, because by default it is showing the current date whenever you click on depart date. Okay, so for this what I need to do, I have to go and inspect this next button. So where the next button? Here. Okay, div. Okay, so we identify this next button. Okay, then what I'll do, driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, give the element, sorry, give the xpath and then click it. Okay, now you can think, right? Okay, so means what I need to do, I need to go and every time I need to get the value and all, like, no, it should be in loop, right? If suppose this kind is allowing you for maximum 5 years, okay, or something, so you need to keep, right, that should go in loop. Or suppose in the next month, in the next year, when it is opening for suppose in Feb 2022, so you want to book anything for in January 2023, so you need to click on next button for 10 times, then only you'll reach to that particular expected year, right? So here we cannot like write so many if condition, and there's not, this is not also good logic. So we need to write the loop here, and we need to put the exit condition when it should exit. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I will just define one flag, boolean flag equal to anything you can give, like false first. Okay, and then use the do while I'm going to use. Okay, so it will come inside this if automatically when it is not matching, right? So I know that I need to click once. If it is not matching, obviously I need to click. Then click on this one, and let me put some sleep so that you can see how it is means how it is clicking on next button. Okay, then after that again I need to face the current year, right? Year value after next. Okay, then if this time, okay, after clicking on next, if your year value is matching, then we need to skip, means we need to exit from this loop. If not, then continue it. Okay, so I'm using the flag only, and I will use year value after next, okay, equal to equals, okay, I made the mistake in if condition also, equals what, year to be selected. Okay, and in the while I'll pass this flag. So here first thing what I do, current year equals okay, if not equals, if the current year is not equal to year to be selected, means we are in 2021 and I want to select 2022, and it is not obviously matching, then what option I have, I have to click on next button. So it will come inside the if loop, and I am setting one flag as false in beginning, then I am clicking on the next button. Okay, then I am waiting for some time, and then again I am fetching the year value. Okay, same thing, I am fetching the year value again from here. Okay, means if you click on next, I am getting fetching this one. So again I will check if this time year value is matching with our expected or not. If it is matching, then come out of loop. If not, then keep continue. Okay, so what I am doing, flag if both are equals, right? If it is equals, it will give it true. Okay, and let me reverse it, right? Then true will become false, it will come out of it. But if suppose if not matching, then flag will be false itself, and false will become true inside while, and it will go for the same loop again, right? Do while concept. Okay, so once it is coming out of this, so obviously I will have the proper or expected year to be selected. Okay, this is going to be a lengthy video, but yeah, I am trying to explain all the concepts. Now the same thing we need to use for month. So let me go and select the month value from here. Okay, so pick a month. So I'm not focusing more on locate strategy. So I hope that you are aware of this, but not then this is also good practice to locate the elements. Okay. So what I'll do, string current month, whatever we have done for year, same thing we'll do for month here. Driver dot find element by dot xpath, give the xpath here and use the get text. Okay. Okay, now the same logic. So let me copy it here and paste it here. Okay. Okay, so are you missing anything here? Yeah, no. So what I need to do first, current month, okay, equals, not equals actually, right? Month to be selected, month to be selected. Okay, if the month is not correct, right, let me format it. Okay, so same thing, I'm using boolean flag false. I'm same next button, right, it will be same locator, and thread.slip I'm using, so I need to use throw the exception. So let me add it. Okay, year value, so what I'll do, month value after next, what I'll do, I'm going to copy the same XPath, right? I think instead of month year it is month, so I will just copy paste this one. Okay, and here I need to use so here what I'll do, I can use the equals ignore case kind of thing, because both are string. Equals ignore case. Okay, so it will be month after perfect. So whatever we did for a year, same thing I am doing for month. Okay, same logic. So once we reach that we are means when we reach the proper or expected window, expected month actually, so like this one 2022 and we are using April, so we are here. Now which date? So we have something here like inspect, and you can see it's date, right? So what I can use, let it be pick a day, something will be there for sure. So what I'm going to contains add class, I will just put picker day. Okay, oh so many, right? And then what I'll do, and text equal to 20, right? So I'm not going to hardcode 20, I will replace with that value. What I'm going to do here, driver dot find element by dot xpath, give me the let me paste the xpath here, let me use the click. Okay, so I know that which value to be selected here, so date to be selected, and instead of 20 I'm going to use the same thing, means parameterizing. So this is the logic, right? We are done, and we have used some proper validations as well. I will put some sleep again, sleep, so that you people can see like something it is selecting. So it should open the browser. Okay, opening the browser. Then okay, November, December, sorry for my mouse cursor there, March, April, then it is like that 20. So it is navigating slow because we have given some 3 seconds wait, and you can see it is selecting the 20th of April 2022, right? Okay, perfect. So that we have seen, and execution is over, and yeah, now let's do some check for our validation also, and let me put driver.quit as well, right? Because we should close the browser also. You can use close. Okay, now actually whatever we did, this got tested for this, right? But we want to see the result for this one also, whether what happens if it is printing the proper error message or not when I am passing any past date and any future date, right? So what I can do, either I can change here, or what I can do, or let me add a data provider. Okay, in data provider I will pass one past date, one future date, and one proper date. So public, we know that we need to create a 2-dimensional array, and I will pass depart date. Okay, and we need to use one constructor coming from tsng data provider, and here I can pass return new object. Okay, so this is not a big like advanced concept, that's the data provider thing I am using here. Okay, so I'll use 3 dates. So I'm going to use let me pass some past day like 10 April and 2021, which is already passed, right? Then let me pass a future date like 20, then March, then I can pass 2024, and one date will be proper. So 10 January, spelling is correct, so January, and then I can pass 2022. So here what I did, the first one is past date. Okay, 10th of April 2021 is already passed. Then the 20th March 2024, which is future date, it is more than 1 year, and then we are passing valid date. Simple data provider. Now let me use the same thing here in our test method. So here you need to use data provider property to give the method name. Okay, I didn't copy. Okay, and then it will be 3 attributes, right? String day, string month, and string year, correct? And instead of hard coding here, I can use this one. And here, so my this script will run for 3 set of data. That is the data provider, right? And which is called data driven testing. Running a script for a different set of data is called data driven testing. It doesn't mean that you need to use data provider only, or you to use Excel and all. It's all depends upon which logic you want to use. Okay, so it looks good, and let me run it. Okay, so current date, formatted date. Okay, perfect. I can see something here. Date, depart date cannot be past date. I think there's a mistake for sure. Okay, till 10th April it got selected. 2022. Okay, execution is done. Right. Actually, I did should have opened the browser only for once, but it is opening twice. There's some issue. Me, it is crossing. It will fail for sure. Okay, let me close it. Let me find out what mistake I've done. So for the first date, which is the past date, and printing the properly. Okay, but still it is opening the browser. No, it's let me cancel it. Okay, but here getting the proper LMS but still opening the browser. Why? I got to know. See here we are using one boolean flag, right, to mark whether I should proceed further or not. The same thing I am not used here. If is date valid is true, right, then only perform all these actions, otherwise no need to perform all these actions. Correct. If your date is valid, then only you need to open the browser and select, right, otherwise you will see some unexpected behavior. So that was the mistake we were doing. So let me run this time and it should work fine. Okay, so this time it will not launch the browser for first two scenarios. It is going to launch the browser only for the third one. January 10th 2022 is selected, and it will close the browser after 10 seconds. Yeah, closed. Okay, so let me go here and see the result again just to get satisfied. Okay, so here you can see departed date was selected 10th of April 2021 and the current date is 13th of 11 2021, 13th of November, so already passed, right? So departure date cannot be a past date, right? Correct. Another is 20th March 2024, which is like beyond 1 year, more than beyond 1 year, right? So again it is giving depart date cannot be past 1 year, and this is a valid date, so it is going and opening the browser, right? So earlier what was the mistake? Whatever flag I was using to mark whether date is valid or not, that I didn't use for the actual logic. That's why it was giving this one, what do you call that, it was printing the error message, then also it was opening the browser. Okay, so these things you need to keep in mind. Yeah, you can have some different logics also here. It's nothing like whatever I've written that is only correct, right? That that you need to think like what other things, other way you can implement here. But this is the way where you need to handle these type of scenarios that is interview is looking for. They don't want that okay, simply select next button or calendar date or month and just click on it. No, that is not reusable things. Okay, So keep in mind, if for the next interview, if you're getting this type of questions, to try to cover all these type of scenarios. Think and select. Think and write the code. So this is lengthy video. I think it is more than more than an hour. But yeah, I'm happy that I covered so many concepts here. So for many people, this might be a new concept, like how to get the current date, today's date, then how can you check if it is a before date or after date, right? This type of things you can check, right? This will be new. If you are not aware, then this might be a new concept. Join, okay? Then this logic, right? So please let me know in comments if you learn new things here, and if you think that I can write much better code, so please share the code with me, okay? So if you like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe, share with others. Thank you everyone.